This week on the Reseller Locker Room podcast, we have special guest Evan Flippy McFlipperson. It's going to be a great one, y'all. Stick around. We'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Locker Room. My name is Ben, the Rocky Top Picker, episode 33. Joining me as always here in the locker room up above, the Bear Hay Picker, Beard King Picker, Alex. Welcome him into the show all the way across into South Carolina. Can we say Mr. Shano, Soda City Flips, and down below we got to keep him collared. Please welcome Chris E.Z. Pickens. And ladies and gentlemen, our golfer extraordinaire, please welcome Evan Flippy McFlipperson. What's up, fellas?
What's up, Evan?
He's only extraordinary when he plays against Shane, though.
Yeah. Extraordinary in my dreams. That's about it.
Shane is so bad at golfing. He makes
I feel like I can run through a brick wall. I just want to do like a Ric Flair, woo, you know.
Oh yeah. Well, Evan, welcome to the locker room, buddy. We watch your channel and you're ebbing on 10K subscribers. That's a huge milestone. Congratulations. You're getting close, right?
Yeah, pretty close. Pretty close. Never really had a goal, but it's really awesome.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right, Shane.
I told him earlier that we expect all 10,000 of them to be here Thursday morning.
I'll send a personal letter to each one, and you pay for the stamps, and I'll mail them out.
All 10 of mine will show up.
All right,
Well,
Shane,
Evan,
take it away.
Yeah, it's good to see you, man. I know you and I just hung out Saturday and played some golf where you beat me and my brother-in-law. But how's your week been, man? Well, I guess if you want to tell everybody who you are, your background, how you got into reselling, things like that. I know most people that watch this channel probably already know who you are, but for the few that don't, tell us who you are.
Yeah, my name's Evan. I am a full-time dad, part-time reseller. That's what I like to tell people. Oh, that's scary. Basically started, I was in the home. What's that?
That's a Ben thing. He does that.
I got you. I understand. No, I basically got started, I don't know, 7, 8 years ago. I was in the home improvement industry, and I'd go around to different people's houses, giving estimates. And sometimes I've had breaks between appointments, an hour or two. So I'd go to a thrift store, started seeing stuff that I knew was valuable, started picking it up, started selling it on eBay. And it's kind of how I got started, kind of accidental. Then I started finding, people on YouTube that did this and started going hot and heavy.
That's awesome, man. Well, I noticed you left out where you went to college. Is that because you're embarrassed?
No, not even a little bit. If you look hard enough, you can probably.
Oh my gosh, you
figure it out,
dude.
They've got a large amount of my dollars and bills, so.
Hey,
yeah, Evan said the other
in 2003. Obviously, putting that great education to use. Buying junk from thrift stores.
Only 1 degree though.
Only one, not 3.
Yeah, you don't really need the 3. That's a little bit overkill.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Hey, Clemson, dude, they got that lawsuit going on there. They're going to be getting out of the ACC, it looks like.
I think so.
I think they need to come on over to the SEC where the big boys play.
I think that's where we're going to end up. I really do.
I think it'd be awesome.
I think so too.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Just to let you guys know.
If we can perform in the SEC, I think it would boost our national ranking too. Help us out,
Well, you guys can't perform against the Vols. I mean, we've proven that every time we've played you.
Well, we don't have a problem with the Gamecocks, though. That's for sure.
Yeah, Evan told me last week we were friends until football season starts.
Oh, that's right.
That's
I
right.
heard that.
That's when this Mac talk starts.
We draw the line when football season starts.
Absolutely.
Hey, man. So tell us about your channel, brother, how you got started in YouTube and what's been your methodology on producing videos.
There's no methodology. It's just having fun with it. I love to edit. I started off during COVID, and I was, like I said, I'm a stay-at-home dad, so my wife is working remote. She's busy. I'm taking care of the kids, and they got into wanting to do stuff outside, so we go geocaching, and they had the idea to do a geocache YouTube channel. So
I
started
used to
with
do
that,
Yeah.
and when how kids get bored, so we did about 4 or 5 videos, and they got bored. But I found out that I really love editing. So if I'm going to edit, I'm going to have to do my own thing. So that's how we got started.
That's cool.
You know-
We do a lot of geocaching when we go camping and stuff.
Yeah, they've kind of gotten out of it now, but every now and then we'll pick it up. And if we're in a new place or something, it's a good way to see parts of the country that you've never been to before.
What are you saying? Geocaching? What's that?
Geocache.
Like hide and seek for objects.
Pretty much. People.
I'll put it to you this way, Chris. The first time I ever found one, I was in Colorado in the middle of absolutely nowhere in the Rocky Mountains. And I found a hiking trail. And back then I used to do mountain biking and hiking, fly fishing, all this stuff. But anyways, I saw some weird pile of rocks and I was like, what in the world is that? And I went and looked and I found a Folgers coffee can. And I was like, oh man, I just found somebody's dope stash or something. I didn't know what it was, but I opened it because why not? And there was a little notebook in there with a pin and all these little trinkets and stuff. And basically, people hide them. There's a GPS app out there. I forget the name of it. It may be just Geocache, but
geocache.com is
yeah. But literally, people will create these geocaches, put stuff in them, and you go looking for them. Sign your name, where you're from, or whatever. Take something out, put something in, kind of thing. Anyway, it's fun. Like Evan said, it's a good way to get off the beaten path and go see parts of areas you may even be familiar with your town, but check it out sometime. Go look at the geocache website, and you'll find
I never heard of
places
that.
you've never been to before.
I'm gonna do that and just put my YouTube sticker, say subscribe, and that's
well,
all.
Usually
you wouldn't be the first. I found some before.
Okay.
So it's not a bad idea.
Usually if you take something from the stash, you should leave something in its place, and that way it keeps the supply going. And
Yep,
interesting.
it's fun. Yeah.
So each stash spot has like a geo tracker on it, or a pinpoint on the app.
Whoever hides it uploads the coordinates to that website.
Yep.
With maybe some clues or a brief description telling you what it is. And there's different levels too. You can, there might be a geocache with 5 different steps that you have to go through to find the ultimate goal. You might have to go to a monument and type in a certain date, and that's the last 4 digits of this coordinate to get to the next spot, and different things like that.
And they range from like little pill capsules or bottles to big ammo cans, all kinds of stuff. But yeah, it's pretty fun, man. I think so. My wife and stepdaughter love doing it as well.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's how we got started filming that. And then, like I said, they got bored, as kids do, and started my own thing.
So how long have you had your channel?
It would have been right at COVID, so 3 approaching 4 years.
Okay.
I guess.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You need a new channel now.
What's that?
You need a new channel now, Golfy McGolferson, because Harry Tornado.
More like Bogey McBogies.
he hasn't invited us to play on his new channel.
So how did you come up with your name, Evan? How did you come up with Flippy McFlipperson?
It's the most boring story ever. I was riding with a buddy of mine, and I was wanting to set up an Instagram account to, talk about reselling and that kind of thing. I was like, I need a reselling account about, a name for, reselling or flipping or whatever. He just comes out with it, Flippy McFlipperson. First thing he said, I was like, that's it.
That's cool, man.
It's funny
easy,
because
but so am I.
When I decided to do the same thing, which I started on Whatnot, and I went to create my Whatnot name, and I chose Flippy McFlipperson, and that's how I discovered you first. I didn't realize you had a YouTube channel at the time, but I saw you on Whatnot, and I was like, well, crap, I can't use that name. But then when I learned, all about reselling and stuff by viewing all the different Whatnot shows, and I decided to research what other kind of things people were flipping. That's when I found your channel. I found Texas Gal Treasures first, then you. You were the first one I subscribed to. And it took me probably months to figure out that you actually live in the same town, right down the street.
That just shows you how much Shane goes to the same thrift stores that I go to. Apparently never.
Yeah. You beat me to him all the time now. I'm too busy.
I got to. You know how much competition we have.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it the other day. There's, as far as social media goes in this area, there's a lot of pickers. And that's just the ones that we know about. I think I came up with 7 or 8 the other day that have a social media presence in our area.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
now Wyatt Sippy's back. Like he disappeared for a while with the stuff going on with his kid and the adoption, but now he's back. So yeah, it's just gonna get even more tougher. Kristen and her dad, and of course Josh and Haley.
Absolutely.
Evan, how long were you reselling before you started the YouTube? You've been
probably 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was more of I would say more of a hobby. It's still kind of a hobby now, but more of a hobby then. I had a full-time job and I was selling kind of on the side. Just like I said, I'd go to appointments to give estimates on different home improvement projects and stop in a thrift store and whatever I'd find that day. Started off with a lot of Nerf guns, actually.
Wow. What is your favorite things to resell, Evan?
Golf clubs. Yeah.
Really?
Right now.
Which,
so it
by
changed.
the way,
everyone in their golf clothes.
Man,
Ain't no denying it.
I bought 10 from Charwood's Lost and Found today.
Really?
Yeah, I went after work. I went and squeezed in 18 holes at it was like 4:30 when I got there. But she was putting out new inventory in that little that little corner where they keep all the clubs that they're selling. But yeah, I bought 10. Actually, I ended up with 14. 10 I paid for. 4 she was about to throw in the dumpster, and they were like Ping G something. I don't remember off the top of my head, but they were decent ones. So I was like, yeah, don't throw those away. I'll take those too.
That's crazy. And they charge what, $10, $15 a piece?
Yeah. I got a Titleist hybrid too, but she charged me 10 a piece for all of them. Because wedges are supposed to be 20, and I had a few wedges as well. She just charged me 10 across the board for each of them.
That's at the golf course?
Yep. It's one of the. It's not the closest one to me where I'm located, but it's the closest one that's like decent.
Did you say you squeezed in 18 holes, Shane? Sorry, I'm gonna interrupt what you're saying.
Yeah. When you go that late, it's not really many people there. So when I pulled in the parking lot, there was literally like 3 cars, and I got stuck behind because I was by myself. I caught up to some people, but I was in no rush, no hurry, so I didn't try to play through or anything. But yeah, I got a full round in.
Wow. How long that take?
I got there at 4:30. I think I was back home by like 7:30, so probably 2.5 hours.
Dang.
You must have been playing by yourself.
Yeah, I was by myself.
It was
a last minute decision.
It would take me 2 hours to do 9 holes of miniature golf.
Yeah, I was on the way home, Evan, and it was like, you know what? I got these new clubs. I want to hit them. I got those stealth irons. They came in, so started off rough, but by hole 10, I figured them out a little bit, and back 9 was a lot better.
Nice. That's a good tip too. What Shane just said. And if you go to a local course, hit up their Lost and Found. Ask them if they got them.
Yeah,
I've done that on every course that I play. Usually it's a no, but every now and then, a couple months ago, I came out with an armload of clubs, $5 a piece. We're talking $80, $90, $70 clubs.
Yeah.
So, Evan, we haven't really, now that we're talking about golf clubs, we've not really spent a lot of time on this show talking about golf clubs per se. But for those listening and watching, when you start out brand new in reselling, the first wall of intimidation for most resellers in learning the whole thing is shipping. So what I would like for you to do is walk us through what you do to ship golf clubs, because there may be people watching that want to get into that category, but they're intimidated with the shipping of them. So tell us what all you do in your process.
So first of all, self-promotion. I do have a video, shows you all about how to do it.
Nice.
But honestly, it's pretty simple. Single club, 4x4 by 48 box. Put it in bubble wrap, ship it via UPS. It's going to cost you anywhere between $10 and $15 a ship. A set, you're going to wrap. They say you have 8 clubs, you'll wrap 4 together, wrap the other 4 together, turn them opposite direction. They're going to go in probably a 6x6 by 48 box.
Okay.
And those big drivers, they're going to go in 6x6 by 48 box.
So you ship all your clubs UPS and not through the post office.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah. Anything over that 2 foot, you're going to get that handling fee.
Okay.
So,
And it's not a small fee.
no, I think it's $7 up to 24 inches above.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Something
with
like
those
that.
48-inch boxes, you got to be careful because they're actually a little bit over 48. So
That's right.
if you don't cut them down a little bit, you could get back charged from UPS, and it's a big charge if you go over 48 inches.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And usually you only have to worry about that with a driver. Everything else, a wedge, a putter, someone usually measures 34, 35 inches. So you're going to cut that 48 down. But yeah, you get one of those big drivers, it'll come right up to the top, and you gotta push it down in there because they will charge you. It's a hefty fee.
I just got one of those, and I went to go look for a box, and I can't find a box that big, at least locally. To buy it online.
Go to a local golf shop. Check the dumpster.
I was
So-
gonna take it to the 127 and give it to Shane because I don't even want to ship it.
There you
What
go.
could
I was like, I can't put this in a poly bag. I don't want it. I regret buying it.
What can you tell me about this? This is a
Mizuno something.
Mizuno
That's an older one.
MP14 number 2.
That's going to sell pretty well. Being a 2-iron is going to be pretty rare, but like Shane said, that's an older one. MP14.
Does it say
Oh,
forged
2-iron.
on it, Ben? Does it say forged on the head anywhere?
It looks forged.
It
Yeah.
does look. Yeah. Those will bring.
Yeah, that's even better.
Without looking it up, I'd say it's probably what, a $30 club or something.
That'd be my guess.
The grip is
Just-
excellent grip.
Just the fact that it's a 2-iron is nice as well.
Yeah, ones and twos, man. Very uncommon.
Dollar.
Nice
Nice.
pickup.
I picked up one of those chipper clubs, Evan.
Putter
recently.
chippers.
Yeah.
Those are
Not a lot.
might-
Those aren't
I
usually
might-
worth a lot, but they're fun to hit.
Yeah, and I think it was only, I paid like $1.50 or $1.99 at Goodwill, but I think it comps out around 20. But I figured I'll throw it in the bag and have some fun with it, and then eventually sell it. But
So, Evan, do you ever get into getting into the club covers?
Not a lot. If it's something, if it was a Scotty Cameron cover or a newer ping cover,
Let me tell you.
I don't have a lot of space here, so I'm pretty picky about what I'm buying.
Okay. Well, it's been a year this month. I found this guy that sells clubs out of his garage as a side thing. And he put it on Facebook Marketplace, club head covers, 636 of them. Well, I went next town over, bought every one of them. I mean, I had them coming out my ears driving home. I couldn't even see out my windows. And I'm still selling these things. And I'm just over $4,000 total made.
That's
And I
awesome.
still have a bunch listed.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And
That's
Scotty
awesome.
Cameron, like you said, those were the first couple ones I listed first because I knew that. I mean, dude, they went like that.
And for good money, what, $40, $50 a piece, depending on
Yes.
what they are?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or more,
it's crazy.
right? Or more.
That's right.
Nikes are good too. Nike covers and stuff.
I found a Nike baseball glove mitt. It's actually worth a lot.
Yeah, those are good.
Yeah.
I just had one returned, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah. I just found it the other day.
Hey, we don't want to talk about returns on this show because I'll get into a rant again, and I don't want to rant again.
So, Evan, are you still hitting that power pod driver you found on your last video?
Good change of subject,
went-
Chris.
When I played with Shane, I hit it, and it's the craziest thing ever. I can't hit a driver. Every drive shot, I shank it to the right. That power pod, Shane can attest. Just
Yeah.
a nice, easy swing, straight as an arrow.
such a wacky shape, man. It's like a half a soup can on the end of your shaft or something.
That's exactly what it looks like. But all it is a sweet spot. So if you hit it, you're gonna hit it straight.
I was tripping out on that, man. I want to hit it.
Yeah, that thing was cool. I should have hit it. My brother-in-law hit it. I should have hit it. And I actually said I was going to do it. Yeah, and he hit it straight. So that thing's cool, man. And it looks cool.
Oh, here's a bolo for you. Chris's last video. Everybody go check it out. When he's doing his negotiation, I'm looking in the golf bag, seeing what else is in that golf bag. There's a orange, looks like an orange on a stick in that golf bag. It's called an orange whip. Crazy sell-through rate. They sell super, super quick. If they're in good condition.
Because they're freaking expensive. Like Kusa Golf.
It's a training aid, yeah. Yeah. It's called an orange whip. It basically looks like an orange on a stick.
Did you buy it, Chris?
No. I was so caught up in that deal, dude.
Yeah,
it was ridiculous. I wanted to buy the whole bag when I walked up, and then I was focusing on the putters that I wanted. The main putter I wanted. Then that Mizuno putter, Evan, it has like a half carbon fiber shaft. I don't know if you've ever seen that on a golf club before on a putter.
It's like half steel, half carbon fiber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was a nice Mizuno's that CO2 putter. It was a nice one too. But yeah, I was so caught up in the deal.
I wouldn't have seen anything.
I want to buy that whole bag, dude. Like, I just want the bag. I want the bag. And then it's like, well, let me think about it. I'm like, well, let's start with this one. You know, it was.
Yeah, that was a painful negotiation to watch. I wanted it for you so bad.
What's that?
I said I wanted it for you so bad. I would have seen Scotty Cameron and seen nothing else. You did better than I did.
Yeah, well, the reason I went back was because another dude was going in there and starting to look at clothes like, oh, hell no, I'm going to go in there and get what I want. Boom, boom, boom.
Well, Evan, how'd you get that Scotty Cameron flag behind you?
Other way.
Oh, wow.
Uncle Steve Picker and whatnot.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It's hiding a bunch of junk.
So, not to put you on the spot, Evan, but, you know, we do tend to rapid fire questions on this show, but out of quick memory, what has been the highest profited sale that you have made since you've been reselling?
Ooh, probably I'm thinking of two. One is Becca homeschooling DVDs.
Yeah.
I found I don't know if you know what a boat and tote bag, LL Bean boat and tote bag. It's this big shopping bag full of them at a thrift store. The guy charged me $25, and I sold over $1,600 worth.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm in.
What's that?
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I know Alex knows all about the Becca stuff, the homeschooling books and whatnot. And then I found at 11:30 at a yard sale a sealed PlayStation 1, the original PlayStation. Wow. Still sealed with a Final Fantasy, I think it was 2, still sealed. An extra PlayStation controller, still sealed.
Wow.
And I sold all of that I paid $25 for it. She only wanted 10, and I had 25 in my pocket. I just handed it to her. It was close to 1,500 or 1,600 after everything was put together.
Ooh, wow.
Dude. At 11:30 on a Saturday, I almost didn't even go to the neighborhood. I think the lady overslept or something, and she had just put the stuff out. I mean, it still had it was in the original shipping box with the original receipt and everything.
That's crazy.
Wow, that's crazy.
It was like $10. I just reached in my pocket, handed her whatever I had.
All right.
Yeah, that's super rare, dude. That is super
absolutely. Rare. And it's been a couple years. So if I found that today, it'd be worth a lot more.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Evan, I'm in the process of selling like a whole school year off of Becca right now. So I know I had one sale this week, like $35 for 3, or $45 for 3 books. You know.
Yeah, and they're happy to have them because they're so expensive.
Yep.
That curriculum is so expensive. I looked up what I had on their website, and it was twice of what I made off of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's
very
crazy.
Expensive.
What is the least thing that you like to sell that you do have in stock that you don't really care about?
Shoes.
Really?
Everyone says shoes.
Shoes. I keep saying I'm going to stop buying shoes, and I bought 6 pair today.
Okay.
It's too good to pass up. I bought a pair of Birkenstocks that are basically like brand new clogs for $6.99.
Or those $60 or something?
They're in newer condition, so probably 70 or 80.
Okay, let me put it to you this way. Other than golf clubs, what are your bread and butter items that you just wear out all the time?
Probably shoes. Oddly enough, clothes, electronics.
Now, what kind of clothing? What kind of clothing do you do?
Mainly vintage and golf stuff, just because
Okay.
that's what I know about. I'll pick up, you can feel quality. So if I'm going through racks and I feel something that feels good, I'm going to look it up. And then, like I said, vintage, especially like vintage polo stuff, I love that stuff. I found one yesterday that was a vintage polo, like a Letterman jacket,
Nice.
like polo tigers or something on it. It's worth like $90.
Wow.
Yep. Vintage polo is good. I've sold a sweater for like $200 for $1. I mean, I bought it for $1. So.
Yeah, there's still some low heads, I think is what they call them.
Sometimes I'll be at the thrift store and I'll find something and I'll say, I wonder if Evan would buy this. So I'll take a picture and text it to him, and he's like, "Yeah, I passed on that earlier this morning." I was like, "Well,
He did.
all right, it ain't good enough for Evan."
If it's still there, then
Did he pass?
Yeah.
So, Evan, are you a fan of your local Goodwill, or do you do your mom and pop thrifts mainly?
We don't have very many mom and pop thrifts.
Really?
We had they're technically a chain, but they're mom and pop, like 3 or 4 stores, and they've gone to only opening like 3 days a week, and they're not that good to begin with. But everything else is Goodwill. So, but we do have, I've been all over the nation, and we do have some of the best prices. So I'm not going to complain.
Yeah.
They're starting to go up. They have boutique stores now. So now my Nike golf polo shirts are $9.99 instead of $4.75. But I also find new with tags Lululemon in there that they're charging $13.99 that I sold for $70 something. So and it's curated.
Yeah.
They know what's there. They know all the good brand names, and they put it in this one spot. And it's all the clean stuff, the good stuff, the new stuff. So it's pretty easy to spot now. So
it's definitely worth the look.
That is nice that they have a different section for it. So you can go find the high end.
It's like its own little store. You have to walk through separate doors and all that.
Yeah.
It's so like the room in the back, the black room, past the black curtains.
The hidden wall.
Yeah.
So you don't do flea markets?
I've been several times, but it's just, I don't know. Josh and Haley love it. I'm not a big fan. Never found anything really great out there.
Yeah.
He doesn't like the bins either.
I've been going recently.
Have you?
I've been going recently. Last week I went 3 days in a row.
When you don't have a Benz here.
You got a Benz 45 minutes. You could go there.
Well, over in Asheville.
I went to the Benz for 4 hours today, and it was crazy profitable.
That's improvement.
Alex will sit there for 8 hours, man.
Mm-hmm.
And he's done it. He has done it.
I love the Benz. I mean, it's a little bit of reselling with mixing with violence. It's perfect.
And wrestling.
And wrestling, you got to push people. You might get stabbed. Who knows? You just never know what's going to happen there. You might cut your finger off digging through the Benz.
It's an
adventure. But ours doesn't do rotations, though, unfortunately.
I know. Our Benz
is what's there all day.
Oh, okay. Ooh, so here
you have to get there first thing.
In the morning. Yeah. I got there in the morning, but I only went through 2 rotations of the books, and they usually do like 3, maybe 4 throughout the day. But they're rotating throughout the day with clothing and all the hard goods all day long.
So and they used to do that here a long time ago when they first opened and just quit. Huh. What's out there in the morning is what's out there all day long.
Wow.
So you've been on the platform a long time, Evan. You've seen, like most of us that have been on there a long time, we've seen a lot of changes come and go. I want to dive in a little deeper on the eBay platform itself and how you utilize it, your takes on promoted, advanced promoted. I mean, give us some daily of your processes. I mean, because we talk about different things on here all the time that eBay is starting to enforce, and we give our own opinions of what we think about it. So tell us more about that.
I'm probably the consenting opinion. eBay is going to eBay, and there's nothing I can do about it. Yeah. So I'm not going to worry about it. As bad as the business person that probably is, there's So I'm just going to list my stuff at a competitive price, check the sell-through rate. I rarely do promote it. If I'm having a slow month, I'll throw a promotion up there, but honestly, it doesn't seem to do a whole lot. I'll even go up to like 10% and nothing seems to move. And that could be my fault because I don't have good stuff at that moment. So, there's a lot of weird stuff that does go on with eBay, but like I said, there's nothing I can do about it. So just keep grinding.
Yeah, that's all you can do, Ben. Just keep grinding.
Y'all got the message that Macari walked back their return policy back
Mm-hmm.
to the original now. That came across today.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Evan, do you sell on any other platforms?
I've got a few things listed on Macari. I'll do Whatnot every now and then, just with some like golf stuff, just because I enjoy it. It's not profitable. I don't have the audience for it. It's a little bit profitable. Let me rephrase. I'm not killing it though. I don't have the audience for it, but I have fun doing it because I have a passion for golf. So, and we're in South Carolina, so we find golf polos and different memorabilia constantly. So it's a good place to move it, and I have fun with like-minded people selling golf stuff, talking about golf things. So
you find a lot of master stuff.
yeah. Well, I'm an hour away from Augusta.
No, well.
So yeah. The funny thing is, you can go to Augusta and go to their Goodwill, and you will not find any Masters stuff until the week before the Masters. They actually hoard all of their Masters gear until the week before the Masters, and then they all put it out in two different stores. Augusta.
I remember you saying that in one of your videos.
Yeah. And they price it up. You'll pay $15, $20 for a used hat.
Well, this is where connections come and building relationships and reselling. So
That's right.
You should be, anyone listening, you should be trying to build relationships in these thrift stores. It's a big deal for me for getting backdoor access and getting to scan the books before the books actually come out. So I don't know. I would think it would work in any category, if you could get in there and check out all the golf stuff before it actually hits the floor.
Yeah.
So
do your Goodwills not scan books, or you mean mom and pop?
No, I go only to the Goodwill. I've been going to the Goodwill. It's like 2 minutes from my house, and I pull new books every day from there.
Nice.
So they don't really.
I know a lot of ours have started scanning books and anything.
So some of them do, but when I'm looking at rare books that they don't have a barcode, they're not going to put the time or know about books. You know what I mean?
That's right.
I'm kind of at the point, since I've been selling books for so long, I can just look at things and pretty accurately grab a book that I know is going to be profitable.
Appreciate you helping the Eastern Press stuff too.
Oh yeah, for sure. You sold 2 already, right?
4 actually.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, one was a double set, sold for $95.
That's awesome. So
I'll get my middleman cut next time we play golf.
Actually, Chris Moose, shout out to him. He just found an Eastern Press like half an hour from where I'm at, where I used to live, and it was signed, and it sold. I think it sells for like $145 for a signed edition. So I'm giving everyone advice on these Eastern Press. I can't find any Eastern Press though.
This was my first. I saw him at a yard sale. I know what that is.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
I asked the guy how much you wanted for him. He's like, "How about $1 a piece? I'll take all of them, thanks."
Well, I'll give you $2 for the rest of them for each one.
I don't know. There's one I've got listed for, I think, like $115, $125, somewhere in there.
Awesome.
Alex, there's a lot of truth to what you're saying about building relationships with the managers of the thrift store or whatever. Just on Saturday, I did my normal routine where I go out garage selling and estate selling, and then after that, I always hit the thrift store, my local thrift store. Well, I was going out empty-handed, and the manager was like, "Nothing." I was like, "No." She's like, "Come on." So she took me in the back. She wanted me to look at these different bronze statues. They're like a rhino statue. She wanted $300 for. I was like, "No way." But then on the ground, there was a tote full of Intellivision games that were like in the box with the little controller inserts and everything, man. And then had the Intellivision in the box. So I ended up picking up the whole tote. I paid up for it, but I'm gonna double my money on it. So
yeah, I keep going to the same thrift store every day. I'm new to the area, so I don't have those back door access yet, but I'm starting to know the employees, and even just a simple saying, "Hey, what's up?" because they know that I'm there every day. You know what I mean? And slowly start chatting with them, and then just you got to ask. It never hurts to ask for the back room access.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't hurt to introduce yourself to somebody just to find their name out, and then they'll remember you when you do that. You repeat the name back to them. They, well, it seems like a lot of them remember it, and then maybe you get special treatment, maybe you won't.
Yeah, the Goodwill closest to me in Red Bank, Evan. I don't think you go to that one, but
Rarely.
there's a lady in there that I've kind of got to know over the past year, and whenever I find 3 or 4 golf clubs that are, from the same set, I'm like, all right, I know this guy didn't have just these 3, of this particular set. So I'll hit her up and say, hey, can you go in the back and let me know if you find any more? And I'll give her one to take back there, and she'll come back with the rest of them and stuff like that. So I don't have access to the back myself yet, but she does look out for me whenever I'm in there.
That's cool.
That's awesome.
That trick even works with retail arbitrage, brand new stuff. And say you find something you want to flip on Amazon at Walmart, you could give it to them. Say, you got any more of these in stock? And they'll look it up for you, and they'll bring them out. But even going to the same, say, a thrift store every day, if you don't get the back room access, you'll start knowing the patterns, how they stock the shelves, when they stock certain shelves, So like, say years ago when I was doing books full time on Amazon, I knew the book lady, she stocked the shelves on Tuesday, Thursday. So I was always there Tuesday, Thursday, and she would just go straight to me and say, here's the new books, and let me scan them before they even go on the shelf. So that's awesome. It's like the back room came to me,
Yeah, that's cool.
That's special treatment.
And you'll find most of them are rooting for you. They want you to find cool stuff.
Yeah,
they're not trying to
that's
hide.
true. Yeah. Well, Evan, I'm curious. You and I have never gone out and thrifted or yard sales or anything together, but I'm curious about your process as far as mapping stuff out. I know you got secret locations you told me about Saturday.
One.
But yeah, I'm just curious because for me, I just jump on the garage sale apps and I find which ones I think, look like they may do the best. And then I'll try to map them out to where it makes sense and, shorter drive distance or whatever. But just curious about you. Do you go further out and work your way back in, or is there like a method to your madness there?
That's usually what I do. Go further out, work my way back in. As you know, we don't usually have more than 4 or 5 community sales around here.
Yeah.
And they can be hard to find, but yeah, we use both the apps, the Garage Sale Treasure Map and the Yard Sale Treasure Map app, and then GSALR.
Yeah.
Facebook, Craigslist. Craigslist is actually still a pretty good place to find yard sales around, at least around here. And then if there's a bunch of them, we get 8 or 9 community sales. I'll actually plan my route in MapQuest, like 1998 MapQuest.com. Yeah. And it'll give you the most, if you put all the addresses in, it'll give you the most efficient route, shortest route. And it's actually easy. I know Google will do it too, but it's a little easier interface than Google.
I didn't realize there was still stuff going on Craigslist. I only go to misconnections. And that's it.
No, Craigslist, honestly, like you said, over here it usually has the most garage sales listed than any of the other apps, dude. Honestly.
And truthfully, that might be ageism, I don't know, but a lot of your older folks are still using Craigslist, so you're going to find those older, retirement neighborhoods, older neighborhoods.
Yep. May not be as eBay savvy as some other people.
Yeah, where I am, there are Facebook groups created, and you could go into your Facebook and put local yard sales, and there's different groups you can join, and all they do is post yard sales one right after another. I utilize that a lot for yard sales.
My wife does it because she doesn't always go with me, but she does like to go to yard sales, and she loves Facebook. So she's in all kinds of groups, and I'll get a Facebook message, and it'll be a screenshot with an address.
Yeah.
And she's always hooking me up.
Yeah, because on those groups they'll post pictures of the sale, and you can kind of get an idea, without having to drive all the way out there. And if you spot something in the photo, well, let's go hit this. So it's a little of a time saver in a way.
My problem is, at least in our area, I'll find that good sale, and they'll have a stack of golf clubs or some cool vintage hats in one of the pictures, and you're scrolling through. Crap, that was last week. I missed it.
Yeah.
Or the worst is when people leave the sign up from last weekend.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And you go follow it. because you can't see the date on it.
That's
Man, I
right.
hate people pick up your yard sale signs. That's
Yeah.
bugs me
Grab
so
those.
much. You just leave them out there.
You just burn $10 worth of fuel getting out there, and they're not even having it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. I chased down signs. It was one of those, out freestyling, just driving around. I'd hit all the sales I wanted to, and I was like taking back roads home and stuff, and saw a sign, and I chased this freaking sign down for like 15 miles. I'm like, why do they have these signs so far away from their house? But then I get there, didn't spend a dime. It was like all kid clothes. Oh,
2 kids with
nice.
4 Barbies on the table.
Yeah, super nice neighborhood. Like, I wish it would have been a community sale. But yeah, I was super upset that day.
One sale, you'll never have those kind of problems. And do you know what that one sale is?
What?
The Highway 127 sale coming up
Oh,
the 1st of August. Evan, have you ever been to the Highway 127?
I have not. It's on my bucket list. I wish I was coming this year to come hang out at your meetup.
Come on, dude. What are you talking about?
Beach trip. I'm sorry.
Do what?
It actually overlaps with a beach trip that we've already got planned. So.
Oh, dude. Yeah, you need to reschedule that beach trip.
I know. I've been to almost every, multi-mile yard sale in the Southeast, and I've yet to go to that one. It's on my bucket list.
Yeah. Highway 127 is the real deal, let me tell you. And it's mixed with sales along the highway, but then you got all the neighborhoods in the area that have private sales, and you can go off on the beaten path, go out there and dicker amongst the cow pastures and all that kind of stuff. And it's a lot of fun. I wanted to drop that in while we're talking about Highway 127 meetup is Friday night, August 2nd. Be sure to get your tickets on eventbrite.com. You don't want to miss it. It's only $25. You get a home cooked meal. And let me tell you, if you walk away from this thing hungry, it's your fault. Caleb's wife prepares all the food, homemade banana pudding, all kinds of great eats there. And the event actually starts at 4:30. And it's the pre-meet and greet, 4:30 to 6:30. Hang out with resellers and different YouTube people. We lost Evan. Boop. Where'd he go?
No, Evan's here. We lost.
Oh, now we lost Evan.
There we go. All right. Who did we lose? We lost. Okay.
We lost Bear.
Anyway, so
Bear
the pre-meet and greet, 4:30 to 6:30. Then we're going to have a live auction and giveaways at this meetup. And then the night before, Reseller Locker Room sponsors a bowling tournament at the local bowling alley in Crossville, Tennessee. It's not going to be expensive. It's just the cost of whatever your shoe rental is and all that at the bowling alley. And we're going to be hanging out there, recording all kinds of funny footage of everybody attempting or really bowling for real. I haven't figured out what's going to happen the most. And then we have a after party at the Locker Room House Friday night after the main meetup. And that's invite only. You have to purchase a ticket in order to get considered for the invite to our Airbnb. And it's going to be a lot of fun. And we got a poll, ladies and gentlemen, right here on our channel. If you go down there and participate in our viewer poll of how many plan on attending the Highway 127, I would hate to think that you're going to come to this sale and not come to the meetup, because you're going to be able to hang out with a lot of great people, and we're going to be there. So you don't want to miss Shane and Chris and Alex and myself and a bunch of other YouTube resellers. You want to come and hang out with us. It's a great time. What say you, Alex?
What am I saying? Oh, I left so I could feel important and come in the middle. So I'm back.
I figured. But anyway, yeah, Evan, man, I wish you could make it, brother, because you would have a blast, son. It's
so
awesome.
how far out do you guys go? It's Clarksville, right?
It's Crossville, Tennessee.
Crossville.
Last year I went. The sale usually starts Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I got into town Monday morning, started picking right away because there were already vendors up and selling. So I picked Monday through Saturday night.
Wow.
And then left town Sunday morning. And as far as I got out of Crossville was about 20 or 25 miles, and my box trailer was full.
Wow, that's awesome.
Just 20 miles out, and I was full. So I, picked it to death.
That's awesome.
But, I mean,
is the band going to be ready, Shane?
I'm hoping.
Yeah, we're going riding that shag wagon, dude.
You need to charge for van rides while you're there.
I know, right? No, I'm hoping it'll be ready. It runs everything, it runs fine, but it's got some issues that are gonna bother me. Like right now, the AC doesn't blow very cold, so got to get that going because that first weekend in August is gonna be a little too hot to be riding in that freaking oven.
Yeah, I'll be in my truck.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try to get it ready. If not, I'll either rent a car again like I did for Orlando, or I'll just drive the Jeep. But either way, it'll be good. But I hope to have it running, or hope to have it road ready for the road trip.
If you drive the Jeep, you're not gonna have much room to take stuff back because you have a trunk. So
you have to rent you one of those little U-Haul trailers when you get up there.
I got folding seats and all kinds of stuff. But no, if I rent something, I'm gonna rent a van. So
Well,
I don't know.
What makes
but hopefully
this,
it'll be ready.
what makes this experience different than any other is it literally, guys, within the first day or two, you could max yourself out if you don't pace yourself. I mean, because what we did, we got up before the sun got up, went out on the road with our flashlights, and we were there all day until supper time that night. We were out on the trail. Wow. So it was back and forth, dropping, fill it up, come back to the house, drop it off, go back out. So bring a lot of money and pace yourself because there's a lot of stuff and everything under the sun is at these sales for sure.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. I'm bringing no money. I'm just coming to ruin the deals for you guys. I'm gonna.
He's a reseller.
You're gonna make $100 on that thing you're charging $2 for.
I got my plane tickets and my rental car this week.
What's
locked down?
What are you renting? What are you driving?
I don't know, mid-size something or other. I wanted to get the the SRT Scat Pack Challenger.
Okay.
But
so are you gonna bring an empty suitcase and then
I'll probably buy one there.
Okay.
Somebody will have one for sure.
And then just ship it back, or you can ship.
Well, I get one free check-in with my flight, and then I'll just play it by ear.
You can ship stuff back. Their post office is right there on Main Street. I know exactly where it's at.
Yeah, I mean, if it makes sense, definitely gonna be doing that.
Yeah. Guys, I know we didn't talk about doing segments, but real quick, Shane, can you look up a comment from last week if you don't care, and we'll read that comment of the week when you find it.
Absolutely.
All right.
We better
Evan,
do
it. Evan, you get a lot of comments to your videos, I'm sure, right?
Pretty good bit, yeah. I would say 99.9% are positive. So I'm actually, grateful and blessed for that. Actually,
yeah,
that's cool.
Really good community. A lot of cool
Which do you, while he's looking for that comment, which do you enjoy more? Do you enjoy producing content for YouTube, or do you like reselling better, or is it kind of equal on both? Because I know a lot of resellers, they lean towards one over the other.
Probably reselling. If I'd give one up, it would probably be YouTube. But honestly, I would still find a way to do editing videos. Even if I don't upload them to YouTube, I would just edit because it's fun.
You're kind of like me. I get a lot of enjoyment out of the creative process of editing. Exactly. Where a lot of content creators they hate that, just like they hate dealing with clothes.
For a lot of people, that's their roadblock. They don't want to edit. They just want to, magically be creative. But to me, that's the fun part of it.
Yeah, I agree. I'm the same way. You got one, Shane?
There's one from Beard King Picker that says, "Oh, hey, the intro worked this time." That was probably my favorite one.
I knew you was gonna read that.
But no, I'm gonna read Miss Carol's comment, and mainly because it's a tip for the 127, and she says, "Bring newspaper and boxes to wrap fragile items." So if you're driving, you're not driving 600 miles, glass items clanking around in your vehicles, and
was a
I
really
just
good
think
tip.
it's a good tip. Bring some stuff to get your items home safely.
Yeah. Do any of you guys actually buy glass, or do kind of a lot of
Sometimes.
people stay away from it? So
Yeah, I don't mind it.
If I can make money off it, I'll buy it. For the most part. I mean, there are limitations. I'm not going to buy a China set, probably.
Shane loves flipping China sets. That's like his first
Yeah.
flip ever.
Did you guys see that video?
I always think of the video you do where you're breaking the doll's heads with a hammer.
That was a fun video.
Buy porcelain dolls. Buy all the porcelain dolls you can find.
Those are old videos. Those are back in the day when Shane put out videos.
I know. I was in the shed back then.
Back in the day, like 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Can you all really stand to go back and watch your very first video? I can't stand to even watch mine.
I don't.
I wouldn't go back. I wouldn't even go back to watch my last video I put out.
Oh my goodness.
Well, Evan, who do you like to watch?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not trying to put you on the spot for you to say.
All of you guys.
No pressure. No pressure.
That's not where I was going with that at all. I'm just curious. I'm curious to know who you enjoy watching. Like you don't miss a video.
Honestly, I don't watch a ton of reselling content. I love Art because he and I are kind of on the same wavelength with the editing thing. I think his edits are so cool. He's very creative in what he does. Art of Resell, if you're not familiar. His perspective is a little different than everybody else, I think. And I love the way he does his edits. Classics, I've started with watching Rally Roots. Like I said, I started reselling. I was like, is there other people that do this? They're the first ones I found. Used to love Bonafide Hustler videos. Back in the day, he quit making them.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that.
What about Julian? He's local to you guys. Julian.
I do watch Julian. Yeah. He's a couple hours away, about 3 hours away.
Yeah, he's about 3 hours.
Yeah. But most of the stuff I watch is actually not reselling.
It's all golf related.
I had some golf. Most of it's travel.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of that, all right, let's do it.
I know where
Let's
you're
get
going.
this conversation out of the way. I'm tired of bringing it up, so this is the last time. Evan used to do a show on his channel called Destination Thrift. Are you guys familiar with that?
Yeah.
That's my absolute favorite videos he ever created. So he would usually pack up the wife or one of the girls, and they would go to a new town and thrift to cover the cost of the trip and all that. And it was just cool, just the way he did it. He would have, video of the town and stuff, and video of them sourcing and out to dinner or whatever. It was just cool. I really enjoyed it. And I keep telling him he needs to get back into doing that, and he hasn't.
I know. I need to. Because I enjoy doing it. When you can go on a trip and it becomes tax deductible, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
It's fun to put together.
Not to put you on the spot again, Evan, but
Yep.
let's switch gears to this. As a YouTube reseller and creator, what good advice do you have for all the other reseller YouTubers out there? What good advice do you have? Not necessarily starting your channel, but helping your channel grow. What are some tips that you've got for the viewers for that?
Don't chase the algorithm. That's the fastest way to burn out. Do what you enjoy, and people that enjoy the same as you will find you, whether that's 5 subscribers or 5 million subscribers.
What's some examples of not chasing the algorithm specifically?
Let's take Julian, for example. Dude's got 100,000 subscribers now, I'm assuming. I don't really remember.
But he's cranking out 4 and 5 videos a week now in yard sale season.
Exactly. But just as an example, don't copy his thumbnails. Don't do, trying to replicate. That's the word I'm looking for. Don't try and replicate somebody else with success by copying what they're doing. Do what you like, do what you enjoy, and then you won't burn out. You'll continue to enjoy it.
Good advice.
Yeah. Right. Julian, I remember hearing him say that his first year, or when he was really trying to make his channel grow, he did a video a day for a year or something crazy like that. Wow.
Well, Wolfman Goodies does the video every day. Chad.
That's true. That's true.
Alex, you and I'll never be on that boat, buddy.
What, a video a day?
Yeah. I ain't doing a video a day for a week, much less a year.
You guys are lucky you get a video a month. It's a special occasion if we put out a video.
I know I need to get back into like, and I have all this footage that I just need to edit, but work has been insanely busy lately. And when I get home, I'm just exhausted. You know, I have the time sometimes, but I'm so exhausted. I just can't, force myself to get in here and do it.
Oh, you do a live.
Which
You
one
do
you
live
need to
once a
make?
week. Oh, sorry.
I said I told Shane which video he needs to make, but he won't do it. And I've got a bucket of hats there you can practice on.
I'm going to do it. You're not the first one. A lot of people have said, dude, you need to make a hat cleaning video. That's what Evan wants me to make, and I need to do it. I was going to do a shoe cleaning video as well, but definitely hats. I just haven't done it yet. I got to film that.
Yeah. All right.
I need to find another good hat like that Jeff Gordon one.
I've got a bucket full you can practice on. You got a bin.
I need a good one that's kind of dirty, but it's got a lot of white in it.
I got some dirty hats. I'll send them to you. You can do the video and then send them back after they're clean.
Exactly.
There you go.
Exactly.
You can start a whole service. Clean the hats. I don't want to clean them.
A side hustle for your side hustle.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, Evan, switching over to the reseller side of things. As an eBay reseller, what good advice do you have for our viewers in reselling, things to keep in mind to keep you on the right track?
Sell-through rate, be disciplined, which is I should heed my own advice because you can see my mess behind me. Take good photos. I mean, it's basic stuff. Buy low, sell high. To me, it's not that complicated. You can make it complicated if you stay in your mind with it, but the whole process itself is pretty simple. And that's they'll say in KISS, keep it simple, stupid.
That's it. Mm-hmm. So is this your only storage area here in your house, or do you have an outbuilding, or where do you keep a lot of your inventory?
This is 90% of it.
Really?
Yeah. I have a few golf bags in the garage right now because I had a sudden influx of golf stuff, but typically everything's in here.
Now, do you have a basic account or do you have a store account or what?
I've got the store. It's the second level. I can't remember what it's called.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I run too.
Are you guys, when it comes to stores, are you breaking up in different categories? Like, do you take, do you have like a golf section in your store?
I had categories. I started categories a long time ago.
Uh-huh.
And then those categories got kind of outdated. So I just almost put everything in the other category now.
Okay.
I don't think people come to my store looking for things. They're just searching for, a Ping G4 driver on eBay. They're not coming to my store looking for a Ping driver. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do everything with eBay categories too. Just let eBay categorize it.
Yeah.
Interesting. I've been doing it, but I've been breaking like subcategories. So I'm trying to do books, but then I'll have like fiction books, and because I want to just create a whole bookstore so people can come in and look what type of books they're looking for,
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea for you because you're niche down so far.
Evan, do you do free returns?
Yes. Yes, I'm of the opinion that eBay is going to make you take it anyway. So,
amen to that.
I just hate paying for the return, the shipping for the return. That's what you get. You have to eat when it's free returns.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, they can always do item not as described, and it's coming back, and you're paying for it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
I think the last time I had a club returned, my last straw was I had a club return. The guy was like, "Oh, I just didn't like it," and it was a free return. I was like, "Man, F this! I'm not doing this anymore."
No, you know what? I lied. I do have buyer paid returns on golf clubs. You're right. I do.
It's like I had a really terrible game with this club. I'm returning it. I'm not a better golfer with it. So
you about made it, Chris.
I didn't cuss.
He said
no. I still got to bleep that out. Anyway,
we had, who was it? The Art. We had Art on the show. Remember?
Oh,
yeah,
that's right. That's right.
Art. That's an F-bomb every 5 seconds.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot. Man, that was rough. But,
He's a good dude,
yeah.
but he's got a mouth on him for sure.
Yeah, he does.
He's a great guy, though. He's good at what he does. He's a good success. He's a great creator here on YouTube, and
Absolutely.
we all admire Art. He's a great guy. So, all right, guys, you got anything else for Evan before we close this edition, episode 33 of the Locker Room?
So when Ben makes the thing big, and it's just so we can source into your store here behind you. So I'm curious, and please say that's a sword, not an umbrella behind you.
It's an umbrella.
Dang.
It is a giant.
I thought it was a sword.
I know.
It's a giant Arnold Palmer umbrella.
What's on the desk there, Evan? It looks like an audio mixer.
Yeah.
It is. I picked that up today. It is a new mark
Oh, there you go.
audio mixer. It looks like a toy,
Sweet.
Yeah, it's small.
but it's paid
That's-
$6 for it. It sells for 50 or 60.
You can
Yeah.
Does it have
Scratch with-
microphone inputs?
I don't know.
so
Yeah,
you can
it should
actually
on the front
mix
side
the
of it there.
digital file.
It's just got headphones on the front.
I'm not interested. Then I was seriously interested if it had microphone inputs for our karaoke system.
Oh,
Oh, fancy!
It's a little disco
you can
show.
scratch though with digital files. You can manipulate the sound.
I
Yeah,
used to have one when I
You
teach.
know you want to do that, Shane.
it'd be fun.
Yeah, like that.
Might start a DJ business.
DJ such and such.
Oh my
So,
goodness.
real quick, I got something, Evan. Pros and cons since you moved back into your house with your business. Because I know you were in a storage unit for quite a while.
Yeah. As far as what I miss about that is getting out of the house.
Hmm.
You know, when you're here all day, every day, and you walk into the kitchen to get a drink and there's dishes in the sink. Well, let me go ahead and clean those and put those in the dishwasher. Oh, wait, the dishes in the dishwasher are clean. Let me put those up. Okay, well, the laundry also needs to be folded. So let me do that. And 2 hours later, you haven't done any reselling. Whereas when you go to the storage unit, you're away from all of that. But at the same
Mr.
time,
Mom.
what's
Mr.
that?
Mom.
That's right. That's right. But at the same time, it's caused me to be a lot pickier. And I've gone from 1,500 items in my store to 500. And my 90-day total is the same as it was last year.
Nice.
So I'm concentrating on higher average sale price, higher sell-through rate. So
Another pro. I gained a lot of free inventory.
this is true. And you and Jimmy did.
Yeah.
Jimmy did as well. Nice.
Yeah.
My
Yeah, I can relate to that a lot, Evan, because I work full time from home and resell from
Yeah.
home. So,
Yeah.
so I can relate to what
Oh,
you're saying
man,
for
yeah.
sure, man.
my wife listens to the show, and now she's going to be like, "Why don't you fold the laundry? You're home all day doing nothing. Fold the laundry."
Now, how old are you, Evan?
44.
Darn it, bunch of youngins.
I don't feel
Well,
like a youngin.
No,
yeah, I'm the oldest one here, bro.
Evan and
How
I are
old?
the same
Or
age.
am I not allowed to ask?
My back hurts.
51.
You don't look 51.
Yeah, thank you, bro. I
I
appreciate
said
it.
45, 46.
I
I
appreciate
thought you were
it.
gonna say 55.
Hey, Evan,
Hey, that's
send
when you
me,
get the senior discount at Goodwill.
I guess
send,
80.
send me a friend request, Evan, after the show, man. I'd like to pick your brain more as we go forward through the summertime about some golf club stuff.
Sure.
And I'm not going to put you on the spot, but I kind of am. If you'll look right into the camera and tell the viewers who the best reselling podcast on YouTube is.
Got to be the Reseller Locker Room podcast. Of course.
Oh my goodness. Did you hear that voice?
Loud and clear. And so did they.
Ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank our paid members to this program. We have the Crash to Cash Podcast Boys Skybox members. We have Keith Vintage Sports Flips. Check him out on YouTube. We also have Wolfman Goodies, Mike Camparelli. Go join and become a member right here in the Reseller Locker Room podcast. And especially if you're not coming to meet with us at the 127, sign up to be a member. We got some special goodies for you coming down the pike by being a paid membership. On behalf of Shane, Chris, Alex, And Evan, it's been a pleasure having you in the locker room, buddy. I can't wait to build a relationship with you and the rest of these guys. We're going to see you next time right here on the locker room.
Later.